He
Shattered
said I was the
trust.
one. He said he had never felt this way before. He said in 38 years of life, no woman had ever made him feel the way I did. He said it on a Tuesday night, on a video call from what I thought was his apartment in London. I believed every word. I had sent him 2.3 million naira over 7 months for his sick mother, for a business deal that kept falling through, for a plane ticket that was always booked and never used, for a man I had never touched, never met, never stood in the same room with. When the truth came out, it didn't just break my heart, it shattered everything I thought I knew about love, trust, and myself. But what happened to him 8 months later, without me doing a single thing, that is the part of this story I will never forget. My name is Amara. I am a 34-year-old pharmacist from Port Harcourt. I am educated, I am independent, I own my own apartment. I say this not to boast, but because I want you to understand something important. This can happen to anyone. I joined a dating app in January, not because I was desperate, but because I was lonely. There is a difference. I had spent 6 years building my career. I had watched my friends marry, have children, build families. And somewhere in between the late nights at the pharmacy and the early mornings studying, I'd forgotten to build a life outside of work. His profile said his name was Daniel Osei, Ghanaian British, civil engineer, based in London. His photos showed a tall, well-dressed man, warm smile, kind eyes. He sent the first message within an hour of matching. Not hey or hi beautiful like the others. He wrote, I came across your profile and I felt compelled to say you have a quiet kind of elegance that most people miss. I hope you don't mind me saying so. I read that message 4 times. Then I replied. For the first 3 months, it was everything. We spoke every day, morning calls, evening video chats. He remembered everything I told him, the name of my mother, my favorite color, the restaurant in GRA where I had my first job interview. He sent flowers to my workplace on my birthday, real flowers, delivered by a real courier with a handwritten card that said, distance is just a number. You are already the closest person to my heart. I kept that card in my Bible. My friends teased me. My mother started asking questions about when she would meet him. I was happy in a way I hadn't been in years. Then the request started, small at first. Amara, I'm so embarrassed to ask. My mother's medication insurance lapsed. Could you help with just 150,000 naira? I'll transfer it back the moment I land in Lagos next month. I sent it. Then the business deal. My partner pulled out last minute. I just need a bridge loan of 400,000 naira for 2 weeks. You know I'm good for it. I sent it. Then the flight. Everything is booked. I'm coming to see you. I just need help with the excess baggage fees. The airline charged me at the last minute. I sent it. He never came. There was always a reason, a delay, an emergency, a complication, and I, who had built my entire life on logic and science, kept finding reasons to believe him. It was a colleague at work who saved me. She pulled me aside one afternoon and said, Amara, I need to show you something. Please don't be angry with me. She showed me a Facebook group, a private group for women who had been victims of romance scams. In that group, there was a post with photos, his photos, Daniel's photos, the same face, the same smile, the same kind eyes, but the name in the post was different. In this group, he was called Emmanuel and David and Charles. There were 14 women in that thread, 14 women from Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa, the UK. All of us had known a different version of the same man. All of us had sent money. All of us had kept that card or that message or that memory somewhere close to our hearts. The total amount stolen across all 14 of us, over 18 million naira. I sat in the bathroom at work for 40 minutes, not crying, just sitting, trying to understand how a person could do this, how someone could manufacture love, word by word, call by call, flower by flower, as a tool, as a weapon. I had not lost just money. I had lost 7 months of hope, 7 months of believing that something beautiful was coming, and that was a loss that cut the deepest. I reported him to the EFCC. I gave them everything: screenshots, transfer receipts, call logs, the card from the flowers. The detective I spoke to was kind. He told me they were already aware of this operation, that the photos were stolen from an innocent man in London who had no idea his face was being used, that the real person behind Daniel was likely a syndicate, multiple people running multiple accounts. He told me they were working on it. I went home that night and I sat in my living room in the dark, and for the first time in my adult life, I felt foolish. Not because I had been scammed, but because I had wanted so badly to be loved that I had ignored every sign. The calls always on video but never spontaneous. The photos always perfect but never casual. The words always exactly right, too right. I had seen it. Somewhere I had seen it. And I had chosen to believe anyway. My mother called that night. I didn't tell her what happened. I just said I was tired. She said, "Rest then. Tomorrow will carry itself." 8 months later, I got a call from the EFCC detective. He said they had made arrests. It turned out that the operation had grown too big and too careless. One of the syndicate members, a young man in his mid-20s operating from Warri, had made a critical mistake. He had fallen in love genuinely with a real woman he had met in person. He had started spending the stolen money on her openly: expensive restaurants, a car, rent for an apartment in her name. She, not knowing where the money came from, had introduced him to her family. Her father was a retired police superintendent. When the father did a background check, as fathers do, what he found was not the businessman his daughter believed she was dating. What he found was a man with 4 active fraud cases across 3 states. The father went directly to the EFCC. The arrest happened on a Saturday morning at the same restaurant where he had taken his girlfriend for her birthday, in front of her, in front of her family, in front of every person at that table who had just been told he was a good man. The syndicate unraveled within weeks. 7 people arrested in total, bank accounts frozen, devices seized, containing records of over 200 victims across 4 countries. I was contacted as part of the recovery process. A portion of the stolen funds, not all, but a portion, was recovered and returned. I received 1.1 million naira back. But I want to tell you something honestly. By the time that money came back, I had already moved on, because in those 8 months, I had done something more valuable than chase what was stolen. I had rebuilt my relationship with myself. I had gone to therapy. I had told my mother the truth, and she had held me and said nothing for a long time. I had rejoined a book club I had abandoned 3 years earlier. I had started cooking again, something I loved and had forgotten. I had remembered who I was before I was waiting for someone to come. He is facing 7 years in prison. The woman he genuinely fell for, the one he had used stolen money to impress, she has not visited him once. I don't say that with satisfaction. I say it because it is simply what happens when you build something on lies. You cannot hold, not love, not money, not a lie. Nothing built on deception can stand forever. I want to say something to every person watching this who has been through something similar, whether it was a romance scam or a different kind of lie from someone who claimed to love you. The shame is not yours. The shame belongs entirely to the person who manufactured your trust as a transaction. You did not fall
Like,
for a scam.
subscribe,
You
comment,
fell for
and
someone
share
who studied
for more
human
stories
longing and
every week.
exploited it with precision. That is not weakness. That is someone else's evil. And evil, as this story shows, has a way of finding its own ending. You don't have to chase it. You don't have to plan it. You don't have to wait for it. Just heal. Just rebuild. Just return to yourself. And let karma do what karma always does. Subscribe to Shattered Trust. Every week, a new story. Every story, a reminder that truth is the only thing that lasts. See you next week.